Hallo friends, once again Ruchi Jain. Wie geht es Ihnen? Vielleicht sehr gut. Okay. In my previous video we have learned lots of new things. In this video we are going to learn how to tell the time in German. Very important, and it is very useful while communicating in day-to-day life if you want to know the time. So in this video we are going to learn this important thing, how to tell the time in German. Die Zeit. So let's start. Let's start with some important words which are related to time. First, time, that is in German die Zeit. Die Zeit. Now in the bracket you can see I have written en. That means the plural form for the Zeit is die Zeiten. You just have to add en. So singular die Zeit, time. Zeiten, die Zeiten, timings. Now timings, die Uhrzeiten. Die Uhrzeiten, that is already plural. Now are, it's very important to understand these words, as you have to use these words very often when you are dealing with the time or you are speaking or communicating anything related to time. So next is are, that is die Stunde. Die Stunde, plural is Stunden. Die Stunden. This in the bracket you can see extra n that you have to add in the word Stunde, Stunden. Then it will become plural. Our next word is minute. That is die Minute. Spelling is same. You can see here, but the pronunciation is a bit different. Die Minute, plural is die Minuten. You have to add this n to the word, so it will become plural. Die Minuten. Next word is second. That is die Sekunde. Die Sekunde. For making it plural, you have to add extra n. So it will become die Sekunden. Die Sekunden. Okay, now very important. O'clock, watch, hour, clock. All these words having the same word in German, that is die Uhr. Die Uhr. And the plural is en, Uhren. You have to add en. Die Uhren. So now you can see for these four words in English, in German you just have to use the single word, die Uhr. Let's see some more important words related to time. Very important, quarter. Quarter, as we all know in English, that is 15 minutes. That is das Viertel. Das Viertel. Plural is same, that is why I have not written any ending here. That is just dash. That means the plural is also same. Das Viertel. Now half or 30 minutes. That is in German halb. It's an adjective, that is why no article. In German language, adjectives do not have any articles. Only nouns are having the articles. Okay, let's go ahead. There are some prepositions which are very important while telling the time. Here like after, before. So this after, in German it is nach. Nach. Before, that is for. Like if you have to say 5 minutes before or 5 minutes after, so you have to use these prepositions. Nach, for. Short, short is called kurz. Kurz, that is just 2-3 minutes before 12. So you can say kurz, for 12. Late, that is spät. Spät. Now very important preposition, once again at. When you have to give the point of time, you have to use the preposition at in English, and in German it is Now, at what time we feel usually in the questions. At what time we feel Very easy to understand and important to understand and learn these words if you want to learn to tell the time in language. Okay, some important question words. When, we have to use wann. For when in English, in German, wann. At what time, we have to use we feel At what time, we feel From when till when, von wann bis wann. Von wann bis wann. This von and bis, these are the preposition. So, from when till when, to give the duration. And last but not the least, how long, wie lange. How long, wie lange. Now, the next one is how to ask the time in German. So, the simple question in English is, what is the time? In German, we can ask, wie viel Uhr ist es? Wie viel Uhr ist es? There is one more option for the same question. Wie spät ist es? Wie spät ist es? Both the questions having the same meaning. What is the time? Now the answer will be, for example, it is 12 o'clock. It is 12 o'clock. So we'll give the answer like this. Es ist 12 Uhr. Es ist 12 Uhr. Very simple. Let's understand the timings using a clock. Here is our clock. That is a normal clock we all have. At 7 o'clock, we'll call it 7 Uhr. Es ist 7 Uhr. When it is 7:15, then we have to say es ist Viertel nach 7. Viertel is 15 minutes. Nach is the preposition, that means after, and 7 is 7. So 15 minutes after 7. That is Viertel nach 7. Let's come to the 7:30 timing. That is, we call it halb acht. Halb acht. That is half an hour before 8 o'clock. That is why we will call it halb acht. Let's come here. Viertel vor acht. That means 7:45 or 15 minutes. Viertel is 15 minutes. 15 minutes before 8 o'clock. So that is Viertel vor acht. So these are the timings which are inofficial, or they are not official timings. That is how we tell the time unofficially. Right now the time which the clock is showing is 10 vor 7. 10 vor 7. That means 10 minutes before 7 o'clock. That is the time. Right now the clock is showing. So I think it is a little bit clear for you guys. This 15 minutes is called Viertel and nach is after. So 15 minutes after 7. This halb acht is half an hour or 30 minutes remaining to 8 o'clock. So 30 minutes to 8. That is halb acht. And this Viertel vor acht is 15 minutes before 8 o'clock. And this one is 7 Uhr, that is 7 o'clock. So these timings are inofficial or unofficial. Let's see some more clocks to understand the. Let's understand the time using some more examples. Let's take, for example, this clock. It is showing 5 o'clock. Maybe we can take it in the evening. So how we will say that? Es ist 5 Uhr. That is unofficial or informal. But officially, how will say the time? Es ist 17 Uhr. Es ist 17 Uhr. Officially, we take the 24-hour clock, but unofficially, we can take it 12-hour clock. So, es ist 17 Uhr, very simple, and es ist 5 Uhr, that is informal or unofficial. Let's take some more example. It is 2:30 in the clock. So, how will we tell the time? Es ist 2:30. Now 2:30. So, we'll tell this 2:30. That is half an hour remaining to 3 o'clock. So, that will be 2:30. Officially, how will we say? Es ist 14 Uhr 30. Es ist 14 Uhr 30. It is official. First we take the actual time, hour, and then we will say the minutes. So it will become es ist 14, that is 14 hour and 30 minutes. Es ist 14 Uhr 30. Let's take some examples. Okay, now it's almost 3 o'clock. So how will we tell the time now? Es ist kurz vor 3. Es ist kurz vor 3. Before 3. Very short, before 3. Es ist 14 Uhr 75. Es ist 14 Uhr 75. Exact time you have to tell for formal time telling or official. But unofficial, you can easily say es ist kurz vor 3, almost 3 o'clock. Some more example. Now, it's 7:30 in the clock. So, es ist 7:30. As I have told you before as well, we have to take this 30 minutes as half, but before 8. Unofficial, we have to say 30 minutes before 8 o'clock. That is we call es ist 7:30. Officially, we have to say exact timing. That is es ist 19 Uhr 30. 30, that is 30 minutes. Es ist 19 Uhr 30. 19, that is 24-hour clock. Officially, we take 24-hour clock. That is why 19 Uhr 30. Okay, let's take some more examples. Okay. Now it is 11:55. So, how will we say? Unofficially, we'll call it es ist 5 vor 12. That means 5 minutes before 12. Es ist 5 vor 12. Officially, we'll say it es ist 11 Uhr 55. So, in the formal way, we have to take the entire minutes counting as well as the hour. So, es ist 11 Uhr 55 Minuten. That is the meaning. Now, let's take some examples in the form of question. Die Beispiele. The first question is, when you go to school? Wann gehen Sie zur Schule? Now you can see the time question is here. Wann. When you go to school, wann gehen Sie zur Schule? One more question. Answer. I go to school at 8 o'clock in the morning. I go to school at 8 o'clock in the morning. Ich gehe 8 Uhr morgens zur Schule. Ich gehe 8 Uhr. Now you can see the preposition here, that is used for at. 8 Uhr, 8 o'clock. Morgens, that is for every morning, in the mornings. Morgen zur Schule. Very clear? Okay, let's go. Now, at what time do you have the exam? At what time? Now, if you want to ask the question like this, if you want to ask the exact time, point of time. So, at what time do you have the exam? So, the question will be wie viel Uhr? That is the exact point of time. Wie viel Uhr haben Sie die Prüfung? Prüfung, exam. So, wie viel Uhr haben Sie die Prüfung? The answer will be, I have the exam at 11 o'clock. I have the exam at 11 o'clock. So, it will be, ich habe die Prüfung 11 Uhr. Ich habe die Prüfung 11 Uhr. Again, you can see the preposition of time that is at 11 Uhr. So, I hope it is clear. Is the important preposition we have to use in the question as well as in the answer. Let's go. Now, one more question. How long will be the exams? How long will be the exams? Now the duration is being asked. So, the translation will be, wie lange dauert die Prüfung? Wie lange dauert die Prüfung? Very simple. Now, let's take the answer. The exam will last for 3 hours. The exam will last for 3 hours. The translation will be, die Prüfung, that is the exam, die Prüfung dauert 3 Stunden. Die Prüfung dauert 3 Stunden, 3 hours. Dauert is the verb which is used for giving the duration, dauert. So, how long we have used here, wie lange. And for giving the time, we have just used 3 Stunden, 3 hours. I hope these questions are clear. Thank you. Danke. I hope you have understood the timings or how to tell the time in German language. If you liked my video, please do subscribe. And you are most welcome for your comments and suggestions. Thank you once again.